A 20-year-old woman is behind bars for repeatedly torturing her infant son. Authorities said that the abuse occurred on Monday the 15th of April at a residence in the 1200 block of Orange Street in the Old North St. Louis neighborhood of St. Louis, Missouri. Emma Rigdon was with her son when she pinched and slapped the child's leg and placed her hand over the boy's mouth and nose, preventing the child from breathing. She recorded the incident on video and sent it to a friend. A few minutes later, Emma made another video showing her covering the infant's face with a blanket in her hand, causing the child to cry and grab at the blanket. After sending the second video to a friend, Emma sent text messages stating, "I don't know when I do that. I feel happy like an adrenaline rush. I'll be stopping right before he dies. Last time he was blue, and I really want to kill him, but I don't want to go to jail. So it's unfortunate. He's just going to have to pay for his existence," she said. On the 16th of April, Emma was arrested and charged with 2 counts of abuse or neglect of a child and is held at the St. Louis City Justice Center. Emma appeared in court later that afternoon and was denied bond. Emma's lawyer revealed in court that his client's borderline personality disorder has been exacerbated by postpartum depression. Emma's son is under 6 months old, and there's an active restraining order against the victim's father, meaning the child will likely be placed in state custody. The investigation into the matter continues. A 47-year-old man is behind bars for killing his 38-year-old girlfriend in a domestic-related shooting. At around 11:35 p.m. on Wednesday the 17th of April, authorities responded to Inova Mount Vernon Hospital in Alexandria, Virginia on reports of a woman shot. The victim, identified as 38-year-old Allison Laporta, was brought to the hospital by boyfriend 47-year-old Huey Tien Nguyen. Allison was suffering from a gunshot wound to her upper body and died at the hospital. Huey initially told officers that the shooting happened in the parking lot. Through their investigation, detectives disproved that allegation and determined that Huey shot Allison inside a red Jeep and then drove her to the hospital. A Jeep has been towed away as evidence, and police also recovered a gun believed to be used in the murder near Huey's home in Lawton. Huey was arrested and charged with murder and use of a firearm. He was booked into the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center, where he remains held without bond. The investigation into the matter continues. 49-year-old Julianne Miller is behind bars in connection to the death of her 14-year-old daughter Kennedy Mill, who is believed to have starved to death. On the morning of Wednesday the 17th of April, authorities responded to a home along Cameo Road in Morrisville, West Virginia, after someone at the residence called 911 to report a teen in cardiac arrest. When first responders arrived, they found Kennedy dead and laying on a foam pad on the bathroom floor of the home. Authorities said that the girl's physical appearance was shocking, with an obvious emaciated skeletal state. Life-saving measures were attempted, but she was unable to be revived. The Boone County Sheriff's Office said investigators believe the victim had an undiagnosed eating disorder and had not received any medical treatment in the last 4 years. Kennedy lived in the house with her mother Julie and her grandmother and grandfather. The child's grandmother told detectives that Kennedy had not been able to function on her own for the last 4 to 5 days due to her physical state and had not been eating properly for months. The grandmother also said the teen had not been to school since late 2019 or early 2020, nor had she left the house much in the last 4 years. The sheriff's office said they believe the victim was being homeschooled. That same day, officials arrested Julie on a charge of child neglect resulting in death. Julie remains held at the West Virginia Regional Jail on a $250,000 bond. Authorities said that Kennedy's body was sent to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy, and additional charges are possible. The investigation into the matter continues. A 22-year-old man is behind bars after he dragged a woman into the woods at gunpoint. At around 8:30 p.m. on Monday the 15th of April, authorities received a call about a woman who had been assaulted and was being pulled into the nearby woods in the Moody Road area in Lee County, North Carolina. Deputies arrived on scene and found the woman and the suspect in the woods near 584 Moody Road. 22-year-old Michael Jared Joseph Lawson was arrested and charged with first-degree kidnapping, assault by strangulation, assault by pointing a gun, and assault on a female. Michael has been held at the Lee County Jail with no bond. The investigation into the matter continues. A preschool teacher has been arrested after making threats against another teacher and the school following an argument. At around 11 a.m. on Thursday the 18th of April, Police were dispatched to the Academy of McCrory Lane on Newsom Station Road in Nashville, Tennessee. Authorities said they received a call about a teacher at the preschool, later identified as 29-year-old Shanika Cowart, who was threatening to pull a firearm on another teacher and students. When officers arrived at the school, they were met by an employee in the parking lot who confirmed the school was on lockdown, and Shanika was still in the classroom with another teacher and children. Using a surveillance camera, Metro Police reported officers were able to see inside the room, but they noticed Shanika had no visible weapons and was moving the children into a closet. School staff members confirmed this is consistent with their procedures. As other officers arrived, they moved down the hallway and could see inside the classroom. Shanika reportedly stepped out of the closet, following orders to come to the hallway, and was taken into custody without incident. Shanika told officers that she didn't have a firearm on her, but she said she had one in the driver's side door of her car, which was in the parking lot next to the building. Authorities interviewed employees who reported hearing Shanika making threatening statements about the school. The victim stated that she heard Shanika say that she was going to shoot up the school and that she keeps a gun on her. Another teacher corroborated hearing that threat. Another teacher stated she overheard Shanika saying things like, "When I start shooting, you better run." Shanika said she told her teacher she was going to shoot them in the kneecaps because it would not kill them. However, Shanika said she made that threat on the 10th of April, adding that she didn't make any threatening statements on Thursday the 18th of April, and that she knew she wouldn't leave her classroom to retrieve a gun. Officers said they found a loaded handgun hidden inside Shanika's small purse, which was on a hook in the classroom where she was found, and a second firearm in the driver's side door of her vehicle. Shanika was charged with assault, threat of mass violence at her school, and 2 counts of carrying a weapon onto school property. She was held at the Davison County Jail before being released on a $37,000 bond later that night. No additional information was immediately released. The investigation into the matter continues. 15-year-old Darren Fleming is behind bars after fatally shooting his 31-year-old cousin Barrington Moore. The shooting occurred on the night of Thursday the 18th of April at a short-term rental property along the 900 block of Youngs Lane in North Nashville, Tennessee. The preliminary investigation shows Darren, who is on juvenile court probation, was at another teen's birthday party when his mother called him and told him to be home by 8 p.m, which was required by the terms of his probation. Shortly after 9 p.m, his cousin Barrington arrived at the party to take Darren home. Barrington found Darren hiding in a closet and a fight ensued. During the fight, the teenager pulled out a gun. Darren reportedly admitted to firing the pistol during the fight. Barrington was shot several times in the torso and was taken to the TriStar Skyline Medical Center, where he later died. Darren was booked into a juvenile detention center and is charged with criminal homicide. The investigation into the matter continues.